everybody, and welcome back to an edition of the Rising Legends, our first ever D&D campaign. This is actually our second campaign that we're starting. And this is the Rising Legends Chapter 2. I, of course, am kind of beloved Overlord and Murder Extraordinaire. We've been joined by the Flamboyant Flyer, Flutter Guy 98.
Coding! 満を持して。
The Crimson and Father Ricardo Crimson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you excuse me, I need coffee. Oof. I have got a 6. I've got a 2-litre cup here filled with coffee. Good luck.
And we have our Spirit King Hiiro.
Well, this is going to be the new thing. So, fuck, squawk, I guess.
Squawk, squawk, squeak, squawk, squeak. If you got that reference, you get a cookie.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't.
Too bad. Anyway, and our Goblin Slayer, who's also a goblin, Sentaifan.
Ore, Sanja.
No one's going to get that reference.
No
Hey.
one's gonna get.
Oh God.
Hey,
No one
if
to
Flutter
turn
can
into
do a
Russians
Dano
anymore.
reference, so can I.
That's because his catchphrase over on the roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Technically, when Sentai's with us on the roundup as well, he does use catchphrases like that, so give him a pass.
Anyway, and of course, we are led by our wonderful old DM, Markus.
Hello, everybody, and I have a question for you. Why are rogues so sneaky?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I sent a dad joke.
So am I.
Because their armor is literally made of hide.
Damn it!
You can tell who has like the dad joke vibe that kind of jokes for them, because depending on everyone's reaction to that, only 2 of us actually laughed at it.
Hey, I've used it before plenty of times. Although it did end up with one of my characters getting leathered.
Wow.
Anyway,
Did you hear about the knight who fell from the tallest tower in the castle and lived?
Oh no.
Oh no.
What
No.
about him?
You haven't heard the tale of Survive?
Okay, that's clever.
Okay,
God
now who's
Damn
dead?
it!
Oh, I can already feel how this campaign's going to go.
Oh, like it. This is gonna be a punny campaign.
All right.
And
It has
you know,
been
next
one.
is
What are you talking
gonna-
about?
Are we
Next-
ready to begin?
Yeah,
Yes.
next is
Yes.
gonna stay warm in the fire. Oh.
You're only going to stay there for a second because we ended last campaign where we find ourselves in the beginning of this campaign.
Well, this would be after our little sparring session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously.
Actually, it takes a couple weeks, about 2.5, 3 weeks for the enchantments to be ready. That's not a quick process. So you guys are hanging out, and Carolyn Hercule has paid for your rooms at the inn locally as a token of thanks, even though she has been in mourning. The funeral for her daughter and son have passed, and you guys have been hanging out in Oakhurst waiting for your enchantments to be done. And you find yourselves near the end. You've actually just acquired your weapons and are deciding, where your path might take you next. When gentleman comes in and he says, I am looking for the heroes of the Sunless Citadel.
Okay. Well,
All
I
right.
mean, he might not have been a part of this thing, but he obviously will step over to the man saying,
Next is
"Well,
like horse
you-
slumped
you
over
know,
in his
I
chair with a
originally joined,
pint.
but,
Yay.
He says, I actually am just here to deliver a letter. I am just a humble courier. Who would be the leader of your group?
That would be me.
All right. I am going to put something in your journal. If you wish to show it to the rest of the group, let me know and I can show it to everybody.
Yeah, I'll just show it to everybody. What's this about?
Where is it?
Okay.
Is there a specific place we're supposed to find it, or?
It should be showing up on. It's in your journal. It's in your. If you go to the journal tab.
I did, but all I see is my character sheet.
Same here.
Same here.
That's interesting because I thought I should show to all players. Let's try that again. Does everyone see it now?
Yep.
That's all right. I will put it in all the players' journals. That's fine. Should be there now.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know why I showed a player's
There we
only,
go.
but
Don't know. Okay. So basically, it's just saying that we need to go to Blasingdale. I think that's what that says.
Yeah, Blastingdale.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Blasingdale. Yeah, that's where we need to go. Basically, that's all it's really saying. That he needs us for a quest, and we need to go to that town if we want further information, which we obviously do.
I mean, you don't have to. You guys can do anything you want to. It's your game.
I'd say let's actually do go to
This guy goes up and says he's thirsty. He's gonna go up here.
So yeah, let's.
So,
I guess,
Craven, what do you make of this letter? Should we trust it?
Well, I mean, with the basic way I can read this, it's basically just a call for someone needing help. So I mean, we probably should go there.
I'd say we keep our wits about
Help
ourselves,
us out.
just in case this is a trap.
Yeah. Yes.
For once I agree. There is a possibility that our heroics from the Citadel attracted unwanted attention.
I swear to God, if we encounter anybody out there with random bounties on their head, I'm gonna have flashbacks to Skyrim.
But yeah, let's make our way there. Obviously, keep your senses to yourself. Keep your senses about you because there's a chance there could be a trap here when we go there.
So do you guys know how to get to Blasingdale?
No.
We should probably ask someone to show us the way.
Yeah, that would be it. No.
I'd say we keep walking that way, and if we hit someplace called Blasingdale, we've went the right way.
Oh my God. Okay.
So your suggestion is to just randomly walk in one direction. That does not seem very logical.
I go where the wind takes me, Paladin.
You know, the best person to probably ask would be I'm actually gonna walk back over to Curry and say, hey, do you know the way to this town or whatever it is? Do you know the way to it?
Oh, Blasingdale, yes. I'll actually be. I'm not going there next. I have another delivery to make in another town, but yes, if you take the old road out of town, you will see it will the road will split and it will head off to the north east. And if you follow that road, or at least what there is of it, it does tend to. It's less worn in certain places, but should be easy enough to follow. If you're traveling by horse, it's probably a 3 or 4 day ride. If you are planning on walking, you've probably got a good week and a half.
I'm gonna need
So
some.
walk back over to here. So it is, the way that you guys took to go to the Sun Citadel, it's that way except northeast. We should probably get some way to walk out of walking.
But what happened? What's with the voice connection? I can barely hear anybody. Is there something with Discord?
That's bad.
That's better.
What happened?
You guys were
connection went-
sideloning.
My connection went to shit for like a good minute there.
Yeah, mine is too. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in.
All right.
I-
All right.
think it's pretty close.
I could barely hear anything anyone was saying, and then suddenly it was better.
There. Oh, it's still not great though. There we go. That's better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you guys were sideloning.
You guys were on my end too. I couldn't hear what anyone's saying.
Yeah, same here.
Mm.
Fuck. Freaking Discord.
All right.
Quit being so chaotic.
I think we're all good now.
Yep.
So last I heard was he told you that what the travel time was and where to go, and you walked back over. Where are we at from there?
Saying
How
about
much is it,
potentially that we should probably get horse. We should probably get like maybe get some kind of
Can we?
quicker way. Like
Or
horses
do
and
we,
stuff like that.
can we even afford that?
True. I think we should. I think we should walk. That way, it's quicker, and that way we don't have to like dismount in case of combat.
And more importantly, it'll be cheaper, or because we're less, as we can just set up camp somewhere, or in case something happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we're agreed.
It's up
We
to
walk.
you. I guess we'll walk.
Yeah, let's walk.
Well, we're gonna need at least a week's worth of rations now. That means
Well,
I need
we'll-
to spend more money.
We'll consider because of your standing in the town, they will hook you up with some rations and stuff to get you going. The matriarch Carowin is pretty influential in the town, being the main proprietor of the main store, so she can hook you up. She gets you guys going.
Right.
And so you get to walking, and very soon, several hours you pass the point where you recognize is where you delve into the Sunless Citadel, and you continue north. Past that, and you have obviously several nights of uneventful camping.
Yeah.
And the road takes you northeast, and after about a week and a half of travel, you end up in what, as you approach it, looks quite a bit different than Oakhurst. It's obviously not a community that is a farming community. Those of you know, looking at it, the town looks very much like a mining town. You see people who are geared for mining and not geared for farming and that kind of thing. So you arrive there, and you are slowly approaching the town. You do see that it's got about, you'd estimate it's got probably a couple thousand people in it, milling around and doing their business. You do see humans as the largest group. You see an occasional dwarf and a few other types of character races, but they're not as prevalent as the humans. And you are walking down into the main road of town. Where do you want to go from there? What do you want?
There should be like an official or someone who oversees the whole town. So we should head there and see if we can find out.
Well, I mean, if we were asked to come here, probably best bet looking for asking somebody with us, but an alpha us.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting.
We need to find someone in some like major person here that isn't the Baron in particular that we need to find, because there's no way we're just gonna find him randomly. Maybe find like a guard or something to talk to.
But by the way, wait, is the map supposed to be different at all, or?
Nope.
Yeah, that's.
Nope. You're still showing. I'm still showing the tavern. This is there's not a map for this town.
Ah.
So
Well,
theater
guys.
theater of the mind right now.
Well, guys. My experience from going into new towns is if we're looking for somebody, best place to hit up is the tavern. Aye.
Hold it. I would.
Hands off
I
my
would.
hands off my shoulder gears.
I was not grabbing you by the shoulder. Grabbing you by the hood.
You're touching my cloak. You're touching my cloak.
It would be best. It would be best to stick together, Heather, in case this is a trap.
Already fine.
Well,
already,
I'm
like,
going to
already
the tavern
looking
to
for
ask.
talking
I'm
about
going
it.
because that's who. Look, personal experience. Most of the people hang about there, so if we're looking for somebody, we might find them in the tavern.
Yeah.
And also, I want to try the local delicacy, see if they have a nice beer.
Well, it is very easy. You see walking along the main road. It's midday, so the crowd isn't as large as you expect it would be later. But you do see a sign that says "Griffin's Nest Inn and Tavern."
Well,
I walk inside.
we are going in there.
Mhm.
All right. Tavern looks like a what you've come to know as a typical tavern. You know,
Mhm.
people milling about. And you see, you know, a what looks like probably a half elf woman behind the bar. Patrons at you know, it's not crazy crowded, but there's some open tables, but there's a couple of you know, different folks settling in early for some food and drink. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go up to the bar. Excuse me, ma'am. How much would it be for a pint of your ale?
She goes, I can let you have that for a couple copper.
Slide a couple of copper onto the counter.
Okay, she pours you a big frothy mug of ale.
Let me just mark that on my sheet. So 7. Okay, so actually,
Don't worry about it.
Thank-
I'm not gonna get you for a couple copper. That's so minor.
Don't worry about a cup of copper. It's just copper.
We're not gonna sweat that kind of accounting for your wealth with a couple copper.
This is D&D. This is D&D, not accounting adventures.
That's right.
there we go. Whilst I'm drinking, ask her, do you know where I can find a Baron Alphon?
She looks up. She goes, "Oh, the Baron. Yeah, he lives probably about 2-3 miles outside of town. If you continue taking the main road through town out north, you really can't miss it. It's just off of a path, probably about 2 miles. It's a big manor. You definitely can't miss it.
Okay.
Has there anything been
All
trouble
right.
in this town as of late? You summoned us here as adventurers. You don't have any rumors flying about?
I mean, I don't know what he, you know, is inquiring about or wanting you guys per se. I mean, the only thing of note around here, honestly, is the old dwarven ruins and you know up you know near Stone Tooth.
That has something to do with that then. Well, thank you for your thank you. He finishes his ale. I'll definitely be coming back.
She thanks you. She takes the copper, appreciates it, and she gets back to serving the other patrons.
Okay. So now we know where
All
to go.
right.
Well, if they keep heading up the road, we shouldn't miss it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I guess let's make our way down that way.
Yeah.
Well, she did mention something about some dwarven ruins, so we have to take that into account. If that's one of the major features of this
Yeah.
landmark. Doors. What contraptions have they built down there?
I do not see he won't be concerned. From what I've heard, dwarves usually come in pairs of 7. Usually they sing songs
Oh my
when they go to work in them.
No.
Craven, in your travels, have you found a way to removing the voice box of a Warforged?
No. I'm still figuring that out.
Well, if we keep heading north...
Excuse me, but I take offense to that. And remind me, mad. This is simply what I have heard from others.
Well, they are clearly wrong.
To explain why I'm worried about dwarven ruins, Gears, dwarves are known for their wonderful contraptions that they build that like to kill people sometimes when you step on things.
Yeah, they can very easily kill you because they felt like it.
I'm having flashbacks to Skyrim again.
I see very little. This is as long as we don't have any of them, I think we should be fine.
Let's just go to the Baron's Manor already.
I'm just having flashbacks to dwarven centurions. Oh, those were the bane of my existence in early Skyrim.
Yeah, obviously. Well, I guess we'll start making our way towards the manor.
All right. So you're you head out, and you sure enough you follow the road a couple miles, and you can see a little worn, like, wouldn't call it a road. It'd be more like if you considered like a dirt driveway kind of thing that leads off in the distance. You can see a fairly resplendent manor. It's got a nice like grove as you would walk towards the place. Definitely, there's like some, not a gate, but like there's a nice sizable like wall for defense kind of around it. And as you approach this opening between the heading up the thing, there are 2 men standing there, and they say, "State your business."
Obviously, pull out the letter and show to them, saying, "Well, the Baron called for us to come here, so."
And he takes it out of your hand, looks at it, and goes, All right. Well, this seems to be in order. This is definitely the Baron's signature. So, if you'll follow me. And he leads you in to the main room and takes you. You follow him up into what looks to be like a very large study. There are on the desk, you see there are like notebooks and like maps and obviously someone who's been doing some research. And you also notice a display case behind the study desk that has basically, it looks like it has pieces of like broken swords
Oh.
that are for some reason on display.
I see we have a nerd and a collector on our hands.
So the guy says, if you'll just make yourself comfortable, I'll let the Baron know that you've arrived.
Next is just going to walk around the room. Expensive stuff we have here.
No.
There actually is. There's like some nice vases, and there's like definitely really nice art on the wall that you feel like might be worth something.
Again,
well, if I were a thief, I would have probably taken this, but I'm an assassin.
Next we are here. We are here because of business. And it would be preferable if we were to not be branded as thieves or criminal.
I am not
have a reputation.
Yeah, well, I'm not a thief, as I said. I'm an assassin. What's the difference? One's a job, one's mental sickness.
That's true.
I understood that reference.
You'll forgive my trepidation, given our previous attempts at certain locations. Your first thought has been to steal something.
My first thought is never to steal. I just evaluate the price of things because, well, I just have that thing in my head. I'm very well educated, as you know.
Then he looks over at the two. Oh, really? You don't trust rogues, huh?
All right.
Don't mind him, Craven. Don't mind him, he's fine.
You're deep in this conversation when the doors burst open and an older man in very fine garb comes in with a big smile on his face. He says, "Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome. Please, please, please have a seat. Can I get you anything?"
Hmm.
I'll
Do you have
just.
maybe some tea?
And he snaps his fingers, and the guy who came right behind him at the door and kind of stood there leaves for a second and comes back with some tea. And he gestures to, like, there's nice chairs kind of in front of the desk, and he gestures you all to sit down. And he goes around and stands behind his desk. And he says, "Gentlemen, I know you're wondering why I called you here, why I ask for some fine adventurers such as yourself for some help. And yeah.
So
He
what
says,
might
he
be
says, he says, my name, I go by Baron Alphon, but my real name is Pierce Hawthorne. No, it's not. He's not. He says, I'm Baron Alphon. And if you've noticed behind me, and he gestures to the case with the broken blades, and he opens it up. He pulls out and very, with a lot of flourish, he like sets it on the desk very gently and like puts it there. He says, "Do you know what this is, gentlemen?"
And enlighten us.
You do notice there is a mark of a mountain, like an etched like a mountain with a circle around it, and right across the middle of it is a like a blacksmith's hammer.
I'm not familiar with smiths. Not my area of expertise. Would you care to enlighten us?
He points to the mark on the blade and he says, "This is a smith's mark. It was discovered in a rocky hill called the Stone Tooth, about 30 miles from here. I'm sure you've been able to see the peaks as you approach the town."
I did ask at the local tavern about any rumors, and the lassie did mention something about a dwarven brewing near that area.
The dwarf she was mentioning is Durgeddon. And I will put that, if anyone is taking notes, I will put that in there so you have the correct spelling.
I'm going to make a history check to see if I recognize the name from my studies.
Yeah, roll your history check. Okay, you are familiar with the name, and you do know that Durgeddon is a legendary, or was anyway, a legendary master smith. And he explains to you, but he continues talking as he's on a roll now. He's obviously very excited about like the subject matter and what he's telling you right now. He says Durgeddon was a master smith who forged blades of surpassing quality and power centuries ago. And centuries ago, his home was sacked by orcs.
Ooh.
Now, Durgeddon led the remnants of his clan into the mountains north of Blasingdale and established a small secret stronghold somewhere in this trackless wilderness. From there, he waged a decade-long vendetta against all orc kind until his enemies discovered his fortress and attacked it after a long siege. Durgeddon and his followers perished, and much wealth was carried away by the conquering hordes, but it's said that in the deepest and best hidden vaults and armories escaped the looting, and that some of Durgeddon's extraordinary blades still wait in the darkness for a hand bold enough to claim one. What I would like from you, gentlemen, and I will cut to the chase, is I am looking for any blades that you might recover if you were to go searching for them in the depths of the old dwarven fortress.
So it's
I will even pay you 20 gold pieces each just for bringing back information about the complex. And if you can provide me with detailed maps, 100 gold piece each. Not counting what I will pay you based on the quality of any swords and weapons that bear this smith's mark, and he points to the mark on the blade that you might recover.
Nexie's eyes widen. Interesting. I've come across together in some books, not much has been in passing. Didn't think legends were actually true about these vaults.
He pulls out a map that has directions like towards into this mountain area that you've heard called Stone Tooth. And he says there's a path up here, and he points to a path that he's got marked on the map. However, there is reason to believe that orcs still control the stronghold.
So we're going to be making some resistance, and after that point we will be going blind since there hasn't been much in the way of maps of that area, so...
Yeah, I mean,
Does anyone here have skill in cartography so we can be taking maps?
And since we're going to be going there anyway...
Cartography.
What would that be under?
Cartography is usually under tool
I'm,
proficiencies.
Am I supposed to see something, or I don't see anything but a black screen currently?
You should see the map, the map of Stone Tooth.
Yeah, all I see is darkness.
Same.
Yeah, all I see is a black screen too.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay, well then, hold on.
So, Sir Baron.
Let's see. Let me see if I need to... if this works. I didn't realize if this has it's possible this map has site on it, so we'll put you on there.
Yeah, I'm being lighting. Hey, Mr. Alphon, was it?
Do you see anything now? Bottom left corner.
Okay, bottom left corner.
No, I do not.
Hang on, let me just refresh.
Interesting. All right, hold on. Oh, hold on. I think I know why, maybe. Give me a sec.
Refresh as well, just to be safe.
Nope, I have an idea why.
Why?
Because it's a token based, it did not carry over your visibility. Give me a moment. So,
okay.
Now, who has dark vision?
That will be me.
Well,
I do as well.
Even if that's not the case, I took light as the cantrip for Navy as well. So we're fine.
What is your dark vision, Angus?
I can see in dim light within 60 feet of me as we're bright light, and darkness as we're dim light. Can discern color in darkness, only shades of gray. Oh my!
Yeah, so many shades of grey.
That was my one George the K reference.
I don't see. I don't think I have a dark vision.
Well,
no, Warforged don't.
Warforged used to have dark vision, but for 5th edition they got rid of it. I don't know why they got rid of dark vision for Warforged in 5th.
All right, Angus, let me know if you can see, so make sure that's what the problem was here.
Oh, I can see now.
All right. Who else has dark vision?
I do.
All right. And what's your range?
60 feet.
All right.
Look at a giant dartboard.
All right, you got it.
Well, I made
Can you
sure
see now?
because I knew we were dark.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
All right, and I don't believe Kenku have dark vision, do they?
No.
No, but I do have like.
No, I don't
do
think
have Light
so.
as the cantrip, so I
Actually, let me
still have
check.
that.
What is light? What's the distance on that? Let me see. 20 foot dim for 20 foot? Okay, so I don't believe, Nick, you don't have dark vision either, do you?
Nope.
All right,
Don't
so
go
Wait, what is
you may,
next?
you may cast we'll say you can keep those cantrips going. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there, and actually that means all players can see that light. So Navy Thunder, you should see yours now.
Yep.
And Nick, you should see yours now.
I see a map.
That's the point.
That's all you should see.
That's the
Um,
point.
I found them.
And
I see a map with a lot of waves on it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
and Gears, you should see yours now too.
Ah, I see. It's
Okay. I'm gonna move you guys to here. This is the path. If you can see the path right there. This
Yeah.
is not to scale.
Yeah.
If you will, let me see if I got a way to reveal areas.
There.
Can you guys see that?
What are we looking for? The only thing I see right now is a path. Right?
I'm not sure if this is. I am not. If this shows you guys the entire map, let me know, because I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do this instead, because I'm not sure if that's going to hose up the map. So I will show you about what the and I will put a hold on. I'm going to move your token real quick next, because I want everyone to see about what that means as far as the scale I'm about to show you. Because this is your first like true wilderness map.
Yeah.
So
What? Let's see. Angus.
so I will be posting an image in the local chat for you guys to look at, to give you an idea of the scale of where you are.
Well, I mean,
let's see here.
is the rest of the map meant to be black? Because I can see an entire map here.
Oh
Yeah. It's just we can't see our tokens. We can see the map.
So you can see the full map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found our tokens.
I can see our tokens. Yeah, but I can't see the whole map.
Okay, you can see the full map. All right, that's fine. That's what I was when you guys were saying you could see nothing but black. That's what I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, so then you do see the path that goes up.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. These
there we are.
The 200, 400, 600, 800, those are elevations. So that's as you go further, that's what it is. You don't have to, and he gave you a map, so you have an idea of what this is. This is what's marked on the map. Do you what do you want to do? You guys can I mean, that's the map, and if you're ready to go, he will take his leave of you and let you guys take off. He'll definitely offer to let you spend the night in the manor if you want to rest up and take off in the morning.
But before that, Gears is going to ask a question.
Please.
Query: what do you plan on doing with these weapons, and afterwards?
Oh well, you see what I did with the one broken blade I have. I'm a collector. I'm a noble. I have all the wealth I need, and this is historically interesting to me. So as a collector, and especially of the local community and the history, I simply wish to have them and display them, and if make them available for scholarly study in the event people are doing any historical research on the area.
So he's essentially a curator.
something
Well, I
like
do
this.
believe it would be wise to maybe spend the night for a bit, because we did travel for a week and a half, and I don't think we said we washed or anything during that week and a half.
Yeah.
He will definitely have his house servants and stuff do, make sure you have clean rooms to sleep, and if anyone needs like baths drawn, etc., he will make sure everyone is taken care of in the evening. Even invites you to a very nice, fancy schmancy dinner with everything you could want.
Right.
Mm.
All right.
Also, during the night, Nex is going to have a quick shave because he's just.
You're,
Gonna maybe
you
go
know,
get
you could just get rid of the hairs anytime you want to. You know that, right?
I'll be right
Yeah,
back, guys.
I know. I
Hurry
know my
back.
changeling can just make them disappear. It's just he likes to hide the fact he's a changeling.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's obviously maybe
Only
slightly
technically
transform a
only
little bit
I don't think only person here that might know he's a changeling is Craven, because I don't think I revealed it to the rest of them.
You haven't.
No. The only reason I technically know is because of our backstories.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, the next morning, ready to take off and head?
Yes.
All right. It is about 30 miles north of Blasingdale, so it's another about 28 miles from where you're at. So he does, up to the point the path begins to be obvious, he does have some folks get you in like some wagons and take you to that point and drop you off. So that's where you're starting, is at the beginning of this path that is right here. So I will say you don't have to take the path. There is other ways to search around the area, but the path is what is presently in front of you.
I would say
All right.
I'd say let's take the path because it's the most obvious thing. It's not as concealed for other things to try to come after us.
Right.
Okay.
So marching order. Who will be going first? We need somebody who's smart to be able to read the map.
Well, the thing is though is that I could also use
Perhaps I can read the map. North is behind us, yes?
no.
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 North is straight.
North is forward.
Well, I
Forgive me,
mean,
forgive me. I tend to have a terrible sense of direction.
depending on where you look, technically north could be behind you if you're facing south.
I'm back.
That's
Okay,
true.
so let's
So-
see.
The smartest thing
I-
would actually be is having because I can actually provide us with a little bit of context behind it. The reason why I should probably be up front is because of a little thing called disguise self.
Ah.
And also, I do believe since I made a long rest, one of my abilities procs.
Okay, so
We get.
what
we
is
look
Angus be
next.
doing right now? I guess with Angus he'd be like examining his sword and
And maybe he even gives a stink eye over to Shatterspike, given his history with that weapon.
that, and also he saw all those when he saw the broken swords, he keeps getting flashbacks of what happened to his father's sword.
Right.
Yeah, because that's how I play with my characters, is that each of their weapons are passed down by their parents, and not only do they get pissed when it's broken, but they also feel that they let down their fathers.
Yeah.
So
Ah.
Yeah, we should probably go ahead and have me and Nick's up towards the front, because in the fact that we can do things that are kind of different.
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, he be trying to take extra care of his weapon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one
Okay,
sec, guys. I
okay.
gotta refresh the Roll20 real quick.
I actually need to remember what I picked for my last token of personalized skill. Oops.
Well, the thing is, though, is that you can with
Rogue.
the proficiency you can swap it. So if you go to proficiency,
Yeah,
you can just swap.
yeah, I'm trying to remember which one I picked previously though, so I can actually change it.
That's been a while.
Mhm.
I'm looking at. I need to get to the skill prefer. Okay.
Did you pick last?
Alright.
So I've got stealth and sleight of hand from my background. Acrobat. I think it was investigate. No, it was intimidation. I picked. We can't get intimidation as a rogue. I don't think.
No, you don't, because I think
Actually, you do get it as a skill, but I don't think I chose it outright. So.
No, it's not.
no, because
remember-
I think I have intimidation. I think.
Oh, France. And I forget the my bloody changeling thing.
So
gives
what is the marching order, you guys? Do you have an order yet?
Um.
Why don't you place yourselves in order up the path, like whoever's
Yeah.
going first, second, third? Yes.
Do something like
Oh, okay, I'll be right behind the shiny buddy.
All right.
And I'll be behind Angus.
Because obviously, because of disguise self, I can use that disguise myself as at least a vague image of what I remember North looking like.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just walking up the middle of the path? Tell me about how you're traveling.
We're pretty much following the path, basically.
Mhm.
So just like walking down the middle of the path.
Like,
Yeah.
Just
We're
basically
we're,
something
we're
like
following the map properly.
that. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
basically doing that. Just
In other words, we're following the birdie.
The fact about to say we got
Yeah.
to the end.
Okay. Hold on. You're not there yet. Let's put you back about here.
Okay.
I need for a perception check from Navy Thunder.
All right. Oh God.
Oh.
Ooh.
What are path?
What is path?
What is path? Yeah, you everything looks fine.
Well,
I think the rest of us
I
should
do
probably
have,
make a perception check.
Yeah, I'd also do have just in case anything does go slightly terrible. I still have a disguise stuff on.
Yeah.
100%.
See here.
But yeah, just everybody get behind. Just
Perception.
move off the path.
So a perception check.
Yes.
The hell? Oh, there it is. No, wait, that's not mine. Wait, what the hell? Okay, let's try. Okay, perception check.
I want to move off the path, by the way. Just move up.
There.
Just take the first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. Finally, it shows up.
Roll like 3 of them.
Does anyone have proficiency in survival?
Let me check.
I don't.
I don't.
I do.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll me a survival check, please.
You got it.
Mm,
Damn.
that is good enough. That first one. What you notice is as you're starting to enter the area, you notice 4 booted humanoid tracks that lead ahead of you up the path.
Ooh.
So at this point, he just drops the disguise self. At this point, he's just like, well, I mean, if there's already people here, then there's no point in me keeping this up.
Hmm.
Okay. question for the sake of knowing how the path is. How far are trees from the path?
The tree line is fairly close to the edge of the path.
Okay. So this is going to sound like the dumbest, most funniest thing you're ever going to hear from me. I'm going to have Navy go up in the tree.
What?
Navy
What?
is going into the tree.
Like just going up into a tree.
He's going to basically kind of he's going to basically be following them like on the side of the path in the tree space.
Hmm.
So
But
are
if
you
he-
are you
is
going to
he
be
making, like, a
somehow
mess?
like going from like tree to tree? How are you getting from tree to tree?
Basically, just almost jumping from tree to tree, basically.
Okay. Well, that's not an easy feat. So let's say for every I don't know, every 100 feet, I need you to roll me an acrobatics check.
All right.
So-
also on the path because of not being on the path anymore, technically.
So roll me an acrobatics check, and he's up in the trees while you guys are.
This feels like this is gonna go horribly wrong. So
Nix of the
Oh.
forest.
Okay.
No,
drawing
no, 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 no,
a
no, no, no.
deep
It's no, it's
It's Navy.
yeah, it's
Oh,
Navy.
excuse me.
I was thinking the same thing, but then I realized no, it's too easy.
Yeah.
it's actually,
Okay.
I thought
So-
this was gonna be horrible.
So I'll move you up a little bit. You get about another 100 or so feet going up the path, and you're up in the trees. You want to do another 100 feet?
Yes, I want to try to at least.
Do it.
Okay.
All right. And you continue to make it up that far. And roll me now a perception check, please.
All right. Because obviously I'd be.
Oh, I have a
so far
feeling that mine was
You-
slipping.
in trees.
You are up in the trees. That is, I think, going to be enough. One moment, please.
Why do I get this odd feeling? I'm just gonna go across the tree. There's just an orc in the other tree. Hi.
Or maybe you might actually crash into a tree, or you're like George of the Jungle.
Well, I mean, with the acrobatics checks that I've been getting so far, I'm pretty sure I'm fine with that in terms of that.
Yeah, so am I. Besides if it was.
I'll be ready to yell, watch out for that tree.
Besides, if it was me, I could probably do that as easy as Navy is, considering I'm proficient in acrobatics.
I'm actually, you know what the funniest part is? I'm not even proficient in the skill.
You're
Pretty
just getting good rolls.
The dice gods are
Like the
being
best
kind
part
to you.
about
The dice gods are being kind to you tonight.
Well, I'm also playing.
Don't
I'm also
jinx
playing a
it.
character. I'm also playing a character that has like a 5 that has a 5 next to acrobatics, so I'm getting like a plus, a +5 to every acrobatics check. So like obviously it would take a decently low number for me to fuck up an acrobatics check mostly.
All right, everyone ready for a scenery change?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
From your vantage point up in the trees, you can see this sooner than the rest of the
Everybody
party
else.
can. And you see up at the far end of the path from your vantage point a group of 4 orcs.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
obviously, but now I don't even have to actually leave the trees to tell them this because the fact of I took another very useful cantrip that I can't believe I didn't take before. Message.
Ah.
Huh.
So I can directly tell it to somebody, and then they can relay the message. So I don't actually have to leave my point.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell it. I'll probably just you know what? I'll just tell it to Gears because that's the easiest one to tell it to right now.
Right.
Saying that up the path there's 4 orcs, but I have to go do something real because that's got called for apparently.
Yep.
Sir, what's going on? What happened?
The map changed.
No. I mean with Hiiro.
Oh. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Can't hear him at all now.
Yeah.
Maybe he stepped away.
You have told us.
Yeah.
Maybe he did, but we didn't hear him.
And I'm back.
All right.
Had to.
Oh, he's back. I hear him.
Mm-hmm.
So did
No,
I.
Trying to speak. I said I had to go do something real quick. That's why I said
Ah.
Oh,
Ah.
All right.
I thought that might have been. We didn't hear you that clearly.
Mm-hmm.
okay, but obviously telling that to telling that to Gears by telling the thing about the works by message to Gears, so you can tell everybody else.
Uh-huh.
I see. I believe we should prepare for battle. There are orcs up ahead.
Yeah. As do I.
You wouldn't know that
Yeah.
because
You guys are
you wouldn't know that because you.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you that we should prepare
The
for
thing
battle.
is, though, is that when he yes, obviously from there with told else.
Ah, all right.
While you all are debating, the lead orc sees the people on the path,
Uh-oh.
and you know what that means.
Combat time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Oh.
They did. He said the people on the path. And guess who he didn't? Guess who they didn't see?
They do not see you yet.
Ah. Let's see here. Let's roll some initiative. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
give me
Son of a
some
bitch!
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Hang on. I didn't click on the token first.
Yeah.
Son of a basking bulldog.
Okay, that's a little better.
Well, but
There.
it's a 13.
Damn it.
Just because you clicked on your token later doesn't mean you
Fair.
I should roll.
I mean,
Fair.
And since I got a fairly small group here, we're gonna roll each time for these guys. Yeah, individually.
Hi, Hiiro. It goes 20, 19, 18.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh no, some
Not
of that's
anymore.
21. Well, I mean, it still goes 21, 20, 19, 18.
Yeah, it is still going in descending order.
Yeah, looks like I'm going dead last.
That's not.
Oh.
That's not always a bad thing, though.
Yeah, true.
No, it's not always a bad thing.
Yeah, true.
All right.
All right.
I believe since we're about to fight, some combat music is required.
We can do combat music. Give me a sec.
Oh. I'm gonna love this because I'm gonna be the street. I am.
Turn it down a little bit. There we go.
All right.
All right.
All right. This first orc, the one that's right here, travels 5, 10, 15. And
I speak the language of the orcs.
he pulls out a javelin and throws it at Nyx, being the first one out there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, all right.
Happy the heat.
Oh.
5 piercing. Yikes.
And that is his turn. Nyx.
And then you get
Return fire.
Yeah.
Retaliation.
Next. What's the range on that? Bow. 80 to 30. 80 to 20. So I can hit.
The range on that.
Good. But aim my short bow at him.
Which one? At the one that's closest?
It's retaliation.
That is a miss.
Ooh.
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 Ha! You missed me.
Anything else you wish to do?
I will bonus action to take the disengage, just in case, and actually no wait, can't not they really disengaging from the target, so I'll rescind that.
Yeah.
So that's
You're not within 5 feet of an opponent disengages, and the thing you can do right now.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna move that. And don't know what can do a bonus action. I will just end my turn.
Alright.
Okay, you are at this point still hit, and they have not noticed you yet.
Yeah. So I'm
Alright.
pretty sure, because of my arcane trickster, that doesn't proc the sneak attack, but not proc on my magic stuff. At least not some of it. Just for the sake of
I
knowing.
don't know.
I'm not familiar.
Also,
So you're saying your magic would? What do you
Like,
ask?
would it sneak attack proc with like chromatic orb or burning hand?
I don't believe so. Give me a moment to check that.
also, I ended my turn. I now activate my trap card.
God damn it. I knew someone was going to make a Hiiro joke at one point.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
activate. No wait. See, technically, see if I did hit the one I said, I activate magic cylinder because I would have reflected it. I just would have attacked him back.
God damn it.
Yeah, take the damage back. Can somebody please get within 5? Can somebody please get within 5 feet of him so my sneak attack procs with the bow?
No,
Please.
a sneak attack. The attack must use a finesse or ranged weapon.
Okay. So,
Um,
if it would be like maybe something that like uses like a weapon to go through for magic, then it would, but not otherwise.
State that again.
Like so, unless it's otherwise like something like I know there's some magic that requires like a weapon to use. That would potentially proc sneak attack then.
If you had a magically enhanced weapon that was a finesse or ranged weapon, yes.
Okay.
If you have something that takes an attack roll that's magic, no, because sneak attack specifically says finesse or ranged weapon.
Then while I have spell slots, I will turn off the global damage modifier for sneak attack because I did have it. But I will end up because I did check the range on this. I will cast chromatic orb at the one.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
And that's just 5 feet, right? Okay, go ahead.
Ooh.
That is a hit.
Let's see the damage.
Okay,
Let's see the damage.
I have to decide the damage type before it ends up actually doing anything else. So I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure poison is on the docket for damage for chromatic.
Should say on the
It'll
spell.
say it when I do this. Yep, it is.
So poison damage.
Yes.
All right. Very good. That rocks him. However, that does make you visible at this point to the
That is fine.
to the group.
That was kind of the point for that.
All right.
Let's just hope the bard is actually in the cold this time and doesn't have to disappear.
Hold on.
No, I'm still
you know
here.
what? That's fine. I actually moved the wrong orc, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna we'll do that guy anyway. He's the one we're doing now. Because the orc I should have moved to the guy you just hit. I just pulled the wrong one. He is gonna go next to his buddy, and he sees you up in the trees, and that just took a pot shot at him, and he is going to hurl his javelin at you.
Oh shit! Critical.
That's
And
11
bring out
damage,
the
not a
deck.
critical involved.
Yeah.
That's 11 points of damage.
That is critical.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, I did it again.
Oops.
Whoops.
Well,
Whoops.
There's no way to undo that. All right, so
DDD.
yep. Hold on. It started with the orc, right? So we're gonna go. Who all had 19?
I did, and I think it was an orc. I know I did, and
The orc did. Mine's 18.
Okay.
Let me scroll back up.
Mine was
Yours had a
13.
I had a 19.
Yeah, everybody just tell me what you had. You had a 19 on yours.
Yes, I did.
That meant, Nix, you had to have a 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this orc had a 21. Angus, I remember you had a 4.
Correct.
And let me see. I can go back and scroll up and see what we got here. 19. Rex, what'd you say you had? You had an 18?
Yeah, 18.
And then it looks like these two both had 16s. So I think we're back in the saddle. And let me try to redo that. That looks about right.
There
All right,
we go.
let's try that again. Deal 1 card to me and deal. And let's roll the damage initially and see what that damage is to be. So it's
11.
right now it's 11 points. So let's see what the
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
Time to draw. Monster card.
Oh god.
and that
Okay,
is
got it.
a
Can't
I'm
believe that is a
actually
monster
terrified.
card. That would be ranged.
piercing. Oh no. Triple damage,
Ooh.
What?
and
Yeah.
you are unable to
Well, the thing is though, is that I'm down. I only had 27 hit points.
all right.
Damage. I only had
Oh.
27, so
Oh shit. Oh dear.
yeah, I'm down.
Oh no.
Okay, so who's gonna be
So-
gonna try healing him or do something like that?
On it.
You guys should have some potions, and one of you.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
So yeah, that is 33 points of damage, and that means if you are revived, any spell for the next
What?
3 rounds that have a somatic, which is a
Hand gesture.
hand gesture one, you cannot cast in the next 3 rounds.
You think that matters right now? Because I'm kind of down at the moment.
Well, but you want to get healed up. All right, Rex, it is your turn.
All right, so
I'm just unconscious in the fucking tree. It's like
By the
hanging out
way,
the tree, like-
we're putting you there because you 100% fell out of that tree.
yeah.
like I started to go out of the tree, and then just like halfway through, my eyes go back, just fall out of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, I do not. I think he's unconscious.
I walk
You
over and
know,
poke, poke,
it
poke, poke.
means war.
Well, the thing is though that he does go first, but he couldn't heal me up. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to defend Craven for the next couple of rounds. So I'll basically be staying here on the map. Because I'm within 5 feet of them.
Yeah.
Well, right now, Rex, what you want to do?
What you do?
Okay, so I would like to move up to the orc that wait.
I believe, let me see what we got here, because you were here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I believe you can be here or here.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be 30. That would be 35.
Ah.
Actually 5, 10, 15. That's 20, 25, 30. Actually, you could be here or here.
All right. So
Nope, right here.
Right here.
Right below where we're at. Right.
Common square.
Boing.
okay. So I would like to cast Thunderwave on the 2 orcs that are in front of me.
Okay. Thunderwave comes from you, I believe. And it is a 15-foot cube, if I'm not mistaken.
Check this. Wait, let me go into spells.
Move it a little bit. I forgot I need to take a spell, so I went away from my chromatic orb.
Yep, 15-foot cube.
Okay, so give me a sec, and I will bring out a 15-foot cube.
All right.
Yeah, Flutter.
Careful where you aim the thunder wave.
Cause if you aim that thunder wave, you can't fucking move that thing. I'm gonna be dead soon.
Yeah, understood.
If you hit him, he automatically fails a death save.
Yeah. And depending on how hard that death save depending on how hard that hits me, I think I can potentially fail more than one. I think.
So we'll just draw it out.
No, it's every time they're hit whilst unconscious, you lose 1 fail.
Okay.
So a 15-foot cube is basically
Centered on him, so that'd be
that. So that means your 15-foot cube is right here.
Oh, yeah, no. Never mind.
Well, I mean, if it originates from him, it would hit me, it would just miss.
Yeah, you
Maybe.
could now, if your intent is to blow Nyx towards the orcs, that might happen, but
no.
No.
I have a
Yeah,
very
no.
quick con save. If I have to make a con save.
No, so cancel. Okay. So instead,
Read your spells during the week so you know what to do.
all right, understood. So,
This is why I don't go spellcasters, because I can't remember all of this.
okay, so instead of Thunderwave, I'd like to cast Cloud of Daggers on them.
Okay.
Range of 60 feet, and the target's a cube 5 feet on each side.
all
You
right.
choose.
So yeah, pick your poison there. Pick your target.
So
Pick one.
yeah, just right there. I can, the orc to the left, in front of next.
This one on the bottom. All right.
Yeah.
All right, hit it.
Okay.
Damn it!
Hello.
I swear to God.
One Flutter, make a roll.
Met.
Damn.
All right. Is there a save for that?
Okay, let me check.
It would I think it would tell you if there was. Normally it puts it with the spell if there is a save for it, I think.
No, there isn't.
So they take the damage when they are
When
in
it
the
enters,
spell's area so it'll be on their turn. On its turn, it will be when it takes the damage. So a creature takes 44 slashing when it enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. Okay. Got it. All right, so let's remember that because that damage will take that 8 points will take effect at the beginning of its turn.
all right.
Anything else you wish to do?
No, that's my action.
All right, moving on. This orc in the back. And he sees your cloud of daggers and decides he wants to throw his javelin at you, Rex.
Oh, thank
And
God.
misses, I believe.
Yes.
14 AC.
Just barely misses.
All right.
Thank
The other one
God.
goes
You
up.
are
1,
doing things
2,
to keep them away from
3,
me.
4.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No. You stay away from me.
No, he's there. He's more concerned about the folks that are a problem right now. He doesn't see the dead bird as an issue. So
Oh, thank God.
he tosses his javelin at Nyx. That's a miss. All right, gears.
All right. Let's see. How far can I move?
30 feet.
Let's see here. 1.
So that would effectively be any of these squares here is 30 feet. That is 30 feet.
Okay.
You're not within melee range yet of this orc.
You can hear the word yeah.
Yeah.
Should I throw an arrow or anything? Should I throw a javelin or anything? Should I just wait?
Well, if you want to get closer, you can use a dash action. If you don't want to do anything, you could actually move closer to.
Then I will take that action.
Okay, so you can move here, anywhere. You can move another 30 feet. Dash action is double. So pretty much you can put yourself next to any of them you want.
I'll go with this one, the one that's in front of me right now.
Yeah, that's in front of. Don't defend me, but you're not healing me. I'm kind of just on the ground.
I thought that was supposed to be our bard's job.
Angus.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind my next turn.
Let's
Please
see.
do.
My speed is
Should be
30.
30. Yep. Which means if you need, you have if on your little tool bar up here, the one that looks like a inverted Q. It's got like the little circle with the arrow on it going out of it. If you click on that, you can measure from your token.
Okay.
So you are actually anything along that line there is going to be that.
Any of the two spaces that are near.
I'll be right here.
And you can dash if you don't want to get closer and you don't have an attack that's ranged.
Wait a minute.
You guys could dash.
If I remember right, I have Fury the Small. That would not get me any close, would it?
What is the ability?
Fury of the Small.
No. Fury of the Small is when you damage a creature with an attack or spell, and the creature's size is larger than yours. You can call this spell or attack to do extra damage to the creature.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. Actually, you haven't done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't used that at all. You never used that at all.
That's an additional. It's to your level too. So that's an additional 3 damage.
Yeah.
You can do when you do, and these creatures are
bigger than me.
Yeah, they're definitely bigger than you. They're medium sized, but they're still larger than your small size.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit this one with my short bow.
Do it. That is definitely a hit. Roll your damage.
Nice.
Okay.
I mean, anything a few of you guys can do to at least keep them off of potentially going after me, that's good.
All right. And let's see. And that's an extra 3 points.
That's 11.
So that's 11 points damage. It is hit and it looks pretty hurt.
All right. Bonus action. I'm gonna be I should declare this first. That was gonna be raging.
Okay.
So
Now your raging, I believe, only does the only addition of the rage, I believe, is melee damage. Is that correct?
correct.
Okay, so rage wouldn't be an account there, but good. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we are back to orc number 1, which is this guy here, who is in. Says I messed up the turn order last time. He is in a cloud of daggers and takes 8 points of damage, and it really hurts. But he moves up here and here, and then takes a swipe at the paladin that has moved up into its range with a great axe swing.
You better swing better.
That's a miss.
Who is he aiming at?
All right, Nix, your turn.
He's aiming at gears. Yeah. Anyway.
No, Nix.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just asking.
No, what'd you say? Who was? Yeah, This guy attacked gears.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, empty.
Because he can't really do too much right now. You hear it's like the lowest guttural caw possible that he can do while unconscious.
Yeah, perfect. So, stay here. That's right.
Never had this problem with the last character.
Reaction.
Then again, I've never played a role. I didn't even really know what I was doing yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I'm just hoping the whole legacy of maybe doesn't end here already. That's stupid.
Bonus action to disengage.
So you have to disengage is after you're within a. So you can move past them is what you're doing with disengage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So you're not going to get opportunity attacks.
30. Then, since I took the cunning action, bolts from the grave on one of the ones attacking gears.
This one or this one's the only one that's attacked him yet. I believe this one threw a javelin and missed. This is the one that just attacked right there and missed.
Well, the ones that are near gears, I'm going to hit with bolts from the grave. And that's
All right.
I thought you had a gift ready for that one.
It is a miss, actually.
I don't have a gift ready for bolts from the grave. I've been trying to figure out one, but it's not been good. So that is a swing and a miss. Used all my currently available actions. Turn end.
All right. Roll a death save, please.
Here we go.
That is a failed death save. Mark that down, please.
No.
This is not going to be fun.
Or stabilize him immediately.
Do something.
On it.
You can't.
Oh yeah. Well.
Okay.
On your turn,
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
This orc's gonna come up here and take a swipe at the goblin. That's looking pretty mean. Great axe.
Critical fail.
Fail.
Oh yeah.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum.
Ba-doom.
I'd love to be up for this. I mean, I'll be up soon, hopefully. But
Basically, I guess that X wasn't so great after all.
It was not. Melee damage, double-edged shield. If you're holding a shield, make a DC. He is not. So that doesn't
so it does nothing.
doesn't matter. But it is a miss for sure. All right. Bard.
So.
Stabilize my ass.
All right. So I'm going to cast.
Or use a potion or whatever.
Yeah. I'll Yeah, on
Something get me
Navy.
All right. What are you casting? Doing a potion? What are you doing?
Casting.
Okay, go for it.
What are you casting? Oh.
All right. So you have 6 points. You pop back up with 6 points.
Yeah, but I'm still up though, so I can unmark the failed.
You can take the death save off. You are back alive. Once you're back up above 0 hit points, death saves reset.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna at least just stay laying on the ground, just like even though I'm back up now, I'm just gonna stay laying on the ground, just try to make it not.
You are playing possum.
Yeah, I'm basically playing possum at the moment. Because that's the only way I'm probably gonna get through these turns until it's my turn again to do something different.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you're all right. So hold on a second. One moment.
Okay. I'll try. I need to try.
So you're basically doing that.
Play. They're just playing dead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this orc back here is gonna make his move up and come around and take a swipe at this bard that is nixing their plans to kill somebody.
All right.
They're a little too
Hiiro.
close for comfort, people.
Hiiro, this is the perfect setup.
Oh, another
critical
critical
fail again.
Another crit fail.
Hiiro, this is the
was
perfect
that at
setup for
me?
me and you.
Yeah, that was you. But
That was at the bard.
Yeah, that was at me.
Someone said something to me. I heard something a minute ago.
Hiiro, are you prepared to do a lost sneak attack damage? They're all within 5 feet of an ally.
Well, the thing is, though, I'm gonna have to heal first because I only have 6 hit points. If they hit me once, I'm down again.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Hold on, because this may be something. Give up an inch. Up to 1d4 plus 1 enemies within 5 feet of you may make an opportunity attack against you. Any who hit may make an additional opportunity attack. So that means let me see. Well, wait. There's only 2 that are next to you, so it's going to be. So Angus and Rex. I don't care who goes first, but you can make an opportunity attack against this orc.
Attack!
Great sword. That is a hit.
Oh,
Hey.
damage.
Damn it.
+3, which would be 9. And is that raging, including rage?
Yeah, let me click on that real quick.
So 11 points. He is hurting, but he is not down yet. But you may make another opportunity attack against him because that's the whole thing. Actually, why don't we let's let Rex take a shot, and then you can take your additional. So
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to attack, hit him with my rapier.
Yep, that is a hit.
Oh my god!
Oh, and the bumbling orc that came out and thought he was going to do stuff
Died.
ends up being a dead boy.
You are dead. Surprise, but not.
So he is gone, and we will remove him from the turn order. Orc number 2, this right here, is going to stay where he is and take an attack against the paladin. Ooh.
Oh, Jesus!
Oof.
That's gonna leave some dents.
Jesus! That's like 25.
15 points.
15 points of damage.
We're talking about how much hit points.
Yeah, how much?
No, wait. There'll be. Oh shit! I got 11. No. Oh wait.
No, wait.
Yeah. No, that's you have 21.
21. Okay.
You know, you can just if you go into your circle and do -15 and enter, it will subtract it for you.
Oh, thank you. Anyway.
Yeah, flex tape's not going to fix that. It is your turn, Gears.
Okay. Okay, which of these two who assholes attacked me?
Which way to do bumblefucks hit him?
Oh wait.
Which one?
Yeah, which
The guy that just hit you is this guy right here.
Oh.
oh.
Well then, congratulations, good sir. You get to be the first. You get to be the first person to experience my new weapon. I shall swing Shatter Spike.
Anyway, but it's Angus' turn first, so.
No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
that's what I was going to ask.
Oh, yeah.
Because the opportunity.
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah.
No, no, no.
It's-
No,
it's-
the opportunity attack. He died. There's no other.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
There's no one to do an opportunity attack because
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right.
he's dead. I just wanted to give, since you both had a chance to do opportunity attacks, I wanted to give a chance to both of you to do the attack. So,
Okay.
and Rex killed the dude. So there's no.
Mhm.
Your
Okay.
opportunity is laying on the floor in a bloody hump.
So,
Yeah.
so I can use Shatter Spike?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right, that is
Yes!
definitely roll the damage. 7 points of slashing damage to this orc in front of you.
Ha 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 ha!
All right, Angus, you got a guy in front of you, still
Yeah.
alive.
Not. Oh, I'm not going to jinx myself because. yeah.
He's about to talk a little goblin smack. That's
Oh,
a hit,
no.
though. Roll the damage.
he was about to talk shit for someone with the slash.
Don't even need the rage additional. That he takes him down. He drops in a heap.
All right.
Timber.
Two
Mm-hmm.
down and 2 to go.
Mhm.
All right. This orc's like, I've had enough of this, and he nopes out, starts taking off by the thing. You may roll an opportunity attack. Gears, you are within melee range.
All right,
Just roll an attack with Shatter Spike.
All right, where do you think
You're
you're going?
Oh god.
He's
Oh.
roll the damage. It doesn't matter. He had 1 hit point left. He's
Ah!
so dead.
Woohoo!
He turns to run and he just drops. All right, so I believe
My, how the tables have turned.
I like
Oh,
my,
yes.
I love my new weapon.
I believe
So wait, does that make DLBot a heavy weapons guy?
Shatter Spike's a good. It's good, but you guys have a bunch of plus weapons, which is pretty awesome now. So, all right, go ahead and next it's your turn. You got 1 remaining combatant.
Go ahead.
Can you
Combat.
shoot at him with the short bow?
Let's see here. And survey says
That is a hit. Roll your damage, please.
Since an alley's within 5 feet.
And you do absolutely do.
Oh,
And did not even see it coming as the arrow hits the base of his skull and he drops.
Ooh.
And they're getting
So-
cleared.
so-
You can
uncivilized.
check out the bodies are still there if you want to check out the bodies.
I'll take the 45 alongside. There's a sighting.
well, before I do, before anything else happens, I'm definitely using that potion of healing.
Okay, go ahead. It's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, I took how much damage did you? Oh, okay, how much health do you have right now?
12. I should have 15 hit points.
Out of
27.
So I have a chance to use cure wounds, but should it be used on me or you?
I mean, yeah, but you also have your lay on hands ability.
Yeah, you have that too. So.
Oh,
Remember, you've got a pool of healing points.
oh yeah. So I'm gonna try that. Lay on hands.
All right.
Yeah. How much healing does that do?
If he's level 3, he should have 15 points to use.
Alright. Then,
I only
let's
need
try-
12 to get the max, so.
then let's try that.
Alright, so I believe that puts me back up to max, I believe then.
Yeah, lay on hands. It's you actually, yeah, you have your level times 5, so you have 15 available. So you can heal him fully.
Alright, then, and
You still have 3 points. You still have 3 points off there by the way, because I only need 12 to get the max.
okay, okay. Hey, I'm not a fan of the fact that I'm so low on health currently. Do I have a potion of healing or anything with that?
Do you look in your inventory?
Well, DR, you still have 3 points off because I only need 12, so you still have 3 points for lay on hands off. You can still
You can give yourself up. You can get you can finish lay on hands on yourself and get up to 24 points. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The paladin. So to do the obvious joke, the paladin starts touching himself.
Huh?
The paladin is not touching it.
Yeah.
Do you think my health is good for now? Or do you think I should try using?
How much are you at? Out of 4?
24 out of 36.
You're a lot better. You were a lot better off than me, where I was 15 out of 27. Where?
Yeah.
Let's see here. I do have a healing potion.
Then get rid of it and roll yourself a 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do that?
How do I do?
If you click on the dice, you can do it a couple ways. If you click on the die in the thing and choose advanced dice roller, just do 2 and then d4 and then plus 2 and then roll.
Okay.
Wow, that is a thing.
So dice advanced, and how many is that?
Roll
2?
2, d4, and then put plus 2 and then hit roll. Or you can do like that, /R 2d4 plus 2 works too.
Okay. Let's roll.
7 points healed.
That's not bad.
Okay, okay. So that puts me at 31. That one, I'm more comfortable with that.
Okay. Are you guys doing anything with the bodies?
Let's check 'em.
I'm searching.
All right. So all told, if you are going through the bodies, is there someone who's going to be the keeper of the loot count?
I did that. I had that going before, so I will continue doing that.
Okay. All right. So you find amongst them all 53 silver
Okay.
and 12 gold.
That's
Otherwise, they're carrying a sack of like just normal like supplies. There's some like water and there's some rations and stuff, but basic things.
Wait,
Mhm.
wait, hold on. Normal what?
Water.
like water and rations.
Like just supplies, like regular, just mundane
Oh
supplies.
no, I know where we're going now.
No.
Oh, of course. Anyway.
DLBot.
Oh, now that we have some time, and I just thought about this, I should probably attune to that pearl of power from last.
I made the assumption you guys all had attuned because you had several weeks. Yeah.
So I can speak. I'm going to speak the word for that and regain the slot that I just used earlier.
Okay.
I don't really know what the command word is, but I'm just gonna say I used the command word.
Well, what's your command word? You can make it whatever you want to.
Bubba baby buggy bumpus.
That's
No,
more
you're
than one.
Yeah,
You're
it's
giving
more
me
than
some-
one.
You're giving me some dangerous power. I'm going to call it waffles.
Waffles.
Okay. On my end, I'm going to be playing a sound bit.
Waffles, 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 waffles.
Wait, hold on. The artist will hear us in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Evil beware. We have waffles.
I'm not going to tell you guys what exactly it was that I played out of my And you will have to wait to hear it in the playback.
Was it Donkey
Alright.
saying I'm making waffles from
Alright.
scratch?
So if you want, if you want, you guys definitely can say there's enough for at least 2 days rations for each of you in the supplies.
Let's go with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
And
Yes!
so all right. From your travel from town and walking up to the path, it is starting to get late. Now the bodies are still here, scattered on, officially still scattered on the road. But it is getting starting to get dark.
All right.
Say let's move these bodies so that way in case anyone comes through, they won't see them sitting in the middle of the room.
Alright,
We also
so
need to watch her in case they're sending out a night watch for the path.
I'll use the sentry's rest for that.
okay.
Well, I mean, if we're not, so
You got to decide where you're gonna. If you're gonna make camp, you need to decide if
yeah.
you're going to make camp, and if so, like how close to the path.
No, but what I was saying was just in case the orcs send out any night watch. The
So
path.
if you say you're hiding them, I'm just gonna put them over here in the bushes, like away from the thing. Okay.
Yeah, just put them in the bushes. And I'd say if we're gonna set up camp, I'd say maybe like out here somewhere, far enough away from the path, we can still see what's going
Is there
on. They most likely won't see us.
Is there underneath the trees? Is there any just like a semi-large clearing? That way, it'd be easy to set up the.
There is this area that is like I'll have to draw. So it's kind of like what you see. Do a little freehand drawing here. So basically, this area here. Hold on. Is fairly clear.
All right, so going up to where?
All right.
Crazy is.
Yep.
Right.
But
okay.
It's just two people.
Right there. I mean, I didn't mean to draw. Hold on. That's not the tool I wanted. It's not the tool you're looking for. From there, if you're camping there, understand you are only about 50 feet from the road in a clearing. Now you can go further off the path if you want to, outside of where the map is, if you want. As well, you don't have to stay on the map for where you're going to camp. If you tell me you're going to go, 200 yards, away, that's fine.
I'd say let's go like 100. Let's go just like 100 yards away. Far enough away that we're not directly near the path, but we still see it.
Well, 100 yards is about the length of a football field. So let's say probably about half of that. Like I mean, if you were to go like maybe 100 feet.
Yeah, we'll go 100.
Probably better. Okay. All right. So you guys are off the path. You are setting up camp. Campfire.
Maybe a small one. Just to make some food.
But if it goes out, we don't.
Realize
it goes out, it's basic.
Okay, then I need to do a quick GM roll.
Also, the idea, but I use finally I use the revive nature.
So you guys both are going to just be kind of alert and meditative for the night. All right. All right. Okay. And that's where I was going to see if we were going to end it or start you into another combat. But the night moves uneventfully. You don't hear anything throughout the night, and the night passes without any sort of encounter.
Are you going to make a separate role for Flutter's character since he's not in camp?
No, I'm assuming you guys moved out in the 100 feet. With 10 minutes left, we're going to start this. We're going to call it here because the next stuff we get into is definitely going to take longer than getting started right now. But you have probably another you believe, based on the map and what you've traveled, you've
Yeah.
got about mid-morning if you were to continue, like close to like 11 o'clock time, mid-morning, you would be able to make it to where you see on the map you believe is the end of the path.
Mhm.
So that's where we will pick up
Okay.
next week.
All right.
All right.
And this is definitely not going to be enough to bump you guys up, but I will figure out XP and let you know.
All right.
Okay.
All right, but that is going to do it for us this week on the Rising Legends. It is time for the sign-offs.
I have been your flamboyant flyer, Flutter 98, saying on flyers.
So, are we doing the order again? Is it for this one?
Scotty,
I already,
Or the order?
yeah, Curio.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have been your Scotsman for the evening, and this is why the dice gods show no mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Never do.
anyway, Hiiro.
I have been hearing a Spirit King, and well, I never had a problem with flares, so yeah. Yikes! I've got get used to the premise of going down. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh.
Sentaifan.
This has been your Goblin Slayer and Orc Slayer, Sentaifan 100, and, well, never shake hands with danger.
God damn it.
That didn't work.
Anyway.
Of course.
And I, of course, have been myself beloved overlord and regard extraordinaire, DLBot 15, reminding you just a passing through Toku fan. Remember that, and for the wife people, do not underestimate the javelin throw of an orc.
No.
No,
No.
because you might get the points.
Oh, I got the point. Hard.
But of course, the RDM is saying,
Oh, good night. Good job. I'll most likely kill you next week.
Don't give me. Don't put that on me, because I almost get stuff to.
hey,
No.
he's just working his gimmick.
Yeah.
What was that roast chicken?
It actually scares. I will hurt you.
What's it? Hey, I forget. What's a group of crows called?
A murder.
Almost.
Crower?
It's a murder.
No.
Ah!
Fucking murder. Of course.
was
I said a murder.
Of course, it's almost murder.
See,
guys.
be right back, guys.
Anyway, but keep in mind. Yeah, just a reminder, folks, tomorrow we will be recording an episode of Ryan. This will be our 99th episode.
Yeah.
And from what I can tell people, next week there will be no interruptions. So the following week we will be doing our 100th episode of the Toku Roundup. I am so excited. I can guarantee you that Easy, myself, Flutter, and Hiiro will be there. We're gonna try and see if we can get Scotty and Ulti there at least.
DL update on that. Ulti got back to me earlier and said that she probably won't, considering that week that we'd be recording in the middle of finals week for her.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then, Scotsman, would you like to join us?
What day is it on?
Saturday.
The 16th. Yeah, the 16th. It's next Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's a Saturday, I should be able to join.
Fantastic. All right then. But of course, come back next Friday for the continuing adventures of Chapter 2 of the Rising Legends, where we travel to the Forge of Fury.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But for now, folks, take care. And for the record, yes, we do know about the schedule change involving Japanese television regarding some enjoy the commoner and such. We will plan around that. Don't worry. But for now, have a good night, folks, and take care.
Mm-hmm.